What about the fact that the four Hezbollah accused have never been detained? What's the position of the Hezbollah leadership in terms of those particular accused, and what might happen about those four once the verdict comes through, whatever the verdict might be?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a key point that you bring up there, Adnan. The four who have been accused, of course, are not present in the courtroom, nor have they ever been detained. The Hezbollah leadership has essentially seen this as a political show trial from the very beginning. Not only then, if these four are actually convicted, will, of course, they themselves not face justice, but there's been assurances given from the beginning when this special tribunal was set up to Hezbollah that the verdict itself would not necessarily implicate any international sanctions upon the group. So from one end, you have Hezbollah leadership and their supporters saying this is a show trial. On the other end, those who may have put their hopes in it as well are really looking at symbolic justice at best.
So you've got something happening in a country far away in northern Europe. What about, as we see the pictures of the four accused, how people in Lebanon, and I suppose more importantly, the political leadership of Lebanon has dealt with the fact that these four are the accused, that they, I suppose, is that correct, that they're believed to be Lebanese citizens, obviously with an affiliation to Hezbollah, and the fact that in Lebanon itself, they have never really ever been located even apart from by Hezbollah?
Yeah, absolutely. I think as the correspondent was mentioning, many people in Lebanon will be watching this very closely today, particularly in the context, of course, of the most recent explosion and issues around accountability. At the end of the day, the setting up of the special tribunal essentially reflects a lack of trust in an independent judiciary in Lebanon, something that again has been raised over and over again in the recent months of protests, and particularly in the aftermath of this explosion. In some ways, there's one particular view of the special tribunal that sees it as potentially a missed opportunity, not only for justice in this specific case, but also a more general shock to the Lebanese system, which has been ruled in many ways by this lack of accountability since the end of the civil war.
Michael, how important is Lebanon's relationship with Syria? As Altaf was telling us, after the assassination, Rafik Hariri having been at that stage an MP, but very much an anti-Syria member of parliament, and then his son having started as an anti-Syria political figure, then making his peace with Syria. How might the verdict affect Lebanon's relationship with Syria, and where are they, those two countries, at the moment in their relationship?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the verdict itself might impact that relationship. In many ways, I don't think that it will impact to a great extent. At the moment, of course, relations between Syria and Lebanon are somewhat, let's say, under the table, but they remain strong, particularly between Hezbollah and the Free Patriotic Movement and other groups in Lebanon, which have maintained strong ties to Syria. Under the previous government that was led by Saad Hariri, certain factions within that government were leading an effort to reopen official ties with Syria and be part of that wider effort among some Arab states to bring Syria back into the Arab League. So I can't imagine at this point that, regardless of the verdict of this trial, that will deeply affect the current state of relationship between Lebanon and Syria.
Okay, Michael, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. Stay with us. Appreciate that.